Hey, I'm Matt. Welcome to Going Outdoors with Matt. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to be doing some barbecuing today. A little chilly out. It's not bad. In the middle of, well, towards the end of January now. And we're going to do some loin back ribs that we just picked up. So I'm just going to clean them up, do a seasoning. Normally I make my own rub. But there are a lot of great rubs out there that you can go out and buy. Some people just don't like to take the time to make their own rub, or they get intimidated, they don't have the ingredients, whatever reasons, but there's a lot of places out there that make some really good rubs. And today we're going to be using Kosmo Q's rub. He makes a real high quality rub. He makes all different kinds. This is a honey chipotle killer bee. So we're going to slap these on the ribs today and see how they turn out. We're going to originally start with Kosmo's SPG, which is just a blend of salt, pepper, garlic, and I'm sure he probably has some secret stuff in here too, but the big ingredients are salt, pepper, garlic. And to get that to stick to the ribs, we're going to use just regular yellow mustard, whatever yellow mustard you guys would have. This is just so the rub adheres to the meat. It has nothing to do with the flavor profile whatsoever. So you're not even going to taste the mustard. So when you see me slapping it on here, you're not even going to taste it at the end. So let me try to get this down here and show you. I'm just going to trim them up a little bit. There's a membrane probably on the back. I'm going to pull that off. Get the rub on. We got the smoker rolling right now. A little hotter than I like. You know, with the colder temperatures, you really got to tweak it and stuff like that. 90-degree day, it's a lot easier to get the temps where you need them to be. And right now we're at 305. So I like to cook it between 275 and 300, so we're close. Cooking on the Weber Smokey Mountain 22. My temperature gauge is not working. I just noticed, so I had to put another temp gauge in there. That'll be all right. We'll be fine. All right, so let's see if we can just get this down here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not rambling on. That's pretty good. And there's a loin back rib. Load up. Barbecuing isn't just for the summertime. So, I mean, these ribs look pretty good. I don't want any hanging pieces. We'll cut that off. A little extra fat there. Trim that off a little bit. Actually, let me throw this in a tin. A little tin, I'll throw that stuff in. Any pieces that are going to hang, they're just going to burn up, so it's not even worth trying to save. This is by no means a competition rib. This is for home, so excuse me, I'm not really going to worry so much about squaring them up and worrying about if the bones are perfectly straight and then come in here and square it and square it. Just use a certain amount for a competition. Fits in a box and looks pretty for a judge. No, this is for home eating. Like I said, there's not much to trim. I mean, a little flat flavor. Now I'm going to try to get in here and get this membrane to come off. Which, let me get a knife. Alright, a lot of times they just kind of come in on the root. Try to get underneath. Okay, then we're going to grab a paper towel here. And this helps with the grip. And then just pull the membrane off. And there it is. Some people leave it on. I take it off. It just helps with the rub appearing to the backside. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one whole rib right now. We'll rack. And then I'll do the other one off camera. And then I'll get them on the grill. So let's take the mustard. Smear it on there nice. Or schmear. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to grab just the SPG now. I'm going to start off with. It's going to be our base. It does a nice, light to medium coat. You just want to make sure you have coverage. There are a lot of ways to do it. This is just the way I do it. Seems to work. People seem to really enjoy it. It's a nice change in the winter time. Now we'll put on the Kosmo's honey chipotle killer bee. It's a nice color to it too. Never rub a rub. Pat it. And that keeps it even. If you start rubbing it, you'll get clumps of rub and stuff like that. So I just pat it in there. Kind of pat it into that mustard and let it set. And we try to keep a clean hand. So you always get, this is your dirty hand, this is your clean hand. This way when you're grabbing stuff, you're not contaminating or cross-contaminating anything like that. Always try to keep a clean hand. Sometimes it's tough to do, but again, base layer, SPG. I like to mix it every once in a while just to make sure that the rub's mixed up good. Okay. And now we'll go with the Killer Bee, honey chipotle. Good coverage of that. And as you can see, it's starting to get darker. The meat's starting to sweat a little bit. It's opening it up, and then the meat is actually absorbed in the rub. So it's looking really good. So let me get this other one done, and then we'll come back. Okay, so here the ribs done. They've been sitting for a little while. And now you can see the moisture. So that meat soaking in that rub. Oh yeah. That has got to look good. And just a FYI, not all my wood is firewood. This is a cutting board I made out of black walnut and maple. Does a really good job too. It's been holding up well for me. And what's nice about these is that if you do get knife marks, which I really don't have, but you just sand it down. Sand out the knife marks, it brings the wood back, put a little butcher block oil on it, brand new cutting board again. It lasts forever. Alright, let's get the ribs going. 265, that's going to be good enough. We're going to get them on there, and we'll show you what it looks like. And there we are. My alarm's going off already. So here's the smoker. Weber 22-inch crate. Smoking, if you look down there, there's apple juice and water in the water pan. It's a water cooker. The heat's on the bottom. If you look down there, that's where it's coming from. Charcoal and wood chunks. Normally I like to cook with cherry, but I don't have any, so we're going with hickory and apple. Got an apple tree here that I cut a branch off, so I'm using that. And then hickory. So we'll put the cover on. And there we go. Ribs are cooking. So I'm going to cook it for at least 2 hours just in the smoke. Then I'm going to pull them off, wrap them. I'll show you how I wrap them, what I put in the tin foil. Put it back on the grill for probably another 2-ish hours. And then when this looks like it's getting close, I'll pull them off, sauce them, and put them back on there for 20 minutes, half hour. Okay, smoking away. Be back. Here's the ribs. It's about an hour into it. I'm going to take this little squirt bottle that's filled with apple cider vinegar and apple juice. Just and get a little liquid on the top. That's it. Smoking away nicely. Looking good. Getting there. Alright, here we are. Here's where the ribs are at. Those. I usually do like a little scratch test just to make sure that it adhered, which it has. So now we're going to get ready to wrap. And to do that, I put a little squeezed butter. Like brown sugar. And a little honey. Of course, it's not cooperating. It's brand new honey. That could be why. I'll pop this thing out. Okay. 1 second. Ah, much better. And a little bit of honey. Now we just flip it over. Do the same thing. Butter. sweet brown sugar. That's that. Just kind of going to fold it over like a double layer foil. I don't know if there's any right, wrong way to wrap it. You do want to wrap it pretty tight. There you go. Ready back on the grill. Now I'll be back when the ribs are done. So see you in a bit. Show you what we're looking at here. Those puppies are looking good. We're going to use some Mark Lambert's Sweet Sauce of Mine. Stuff's pretty good. Of course, it's not opened yet. Apply liberally, but I like to spread it with a brush, which I can't seem to find, of course. All right, well, just let me close for it. Improvise. I'm just going to go back on the grill for just 20 minutes or so. Set that sauce. Make a little boat there. Let's check this guy out. It felt good putting a temperature probe in. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Apply with gloved hand. The reason why my hands aren't burning up because I got a cotton liner underneath. Otherwise, I'd be scorching right now. Yeah, so that looks good to me. Oh. We'll put this on a grill, come back, we'll cut this up. And there they are. One back ribs on a barbecue. End of January. Look at that, huh? If you can only have smell-o-vision, I tell you, they smell delicious. Let's cut into one hand, see what we're working with here, huh? Whoops. They just fall apart. So see the bone. Bone pulls right out. So that little pink smoke ring there, a little bit on the bottom too. That's what you're looking for. It's a little messy. But that's where we're at. So we're going to just do a quick taste test here. See what we got.
I'm going in the bedroom.
Wow. Clean off the bone. Melts in your mouth. Oh yeah. Wow. Come on. Clean. That is finger looking good. So there you have it. Loin back ribs. The end of January. Whatever it takes to get outside. This is going to be a real treat. Thank you for checking out the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Comment, tell me what you think. Maybe how you do your ribs. I'm always looking for different ways, try different things. You know, there's no one way of doing anything, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that do things differently. And I'm interested in it. All right, well, stay safe out there. Be well. See you the next time.